A few hours after a thunderstorm rolled through, I came outside expecting to find a lot more damage than this. But once again, the garden has surprised me, as it's holding up pretty well. A few blooms were battered by the wind and rain, but overall, most of the roses came through remarkably well. Just a few hours earlier, the garden looked like this. Princess Charlene de Monaco was reaching for the sky, continuing her growth spurt and pushing canes higher than ever. Liv Tyler and Trivita were blooming away, while Fun in the Sun was lighting up the garden with its warm coral color. Love Sun was showing off those beautiful lavender blooms that always seem to stand out among all the pink and apricots. Olivia David Austin was putting on another beautiful flush, and all across the garden, new buds and fresh growth were already pointing toward the next round of blooms. Everything looked peaceful. Then the weather changed. About an hour later, I came back outside to see how everything had held up. And honestly, it could have been much worse. The one that took the biggest hit was Princess Charlene de Monaco, which wasn't much of a surprise. She is one of the tallest roses in the garden right now, and those long canes caught a lot of wind during the storm. Some of the stems were leaning nearly to the ground, but even then, many of the blooms held up far better than I expected. The rest of the garden came through with very little damage. Let's take a closer look. We'll start with Princess Charlene. She has been focused on growing taller this season, and despite the storm pushing some of the canes around, she is still covered in blooms and already pushing new growth and new buzz. This is Liv Tyler. A few petals were battered by the rain, and some of the blooms definitely show signs of the storm, but overall she bounced back nicely and still looks healthy and full. Over here we have Olivia David Austin. One thing I have noticed this year is how much taller she has become compared to last season. The blooms are a little flatter and less cupped than they were last year, but she is producing them in large clusters, and those clusters can become surprisingly heavy. After the storm, many of the blooms were drooping under the weight of the rain, but thankfully there wasn't much actual damage. Once the blooms dry out, I expect they will be just fine and continue to put on a beautiful display. And this is Moonlight in Paris. It escaped most of the storm damage because it wasn't carrying many open blooms at the time. Instead, it's already preparing for its next flush, with buzz developing across the shrub. Over here is Fun in the Sun. Some of the blooms were already fully open before the storm arrived, so a few flowers are showing a little wear after all that rain. But even then, the colors are still absolutely beautiful, and the shrub is still putting on quite a display. And this is a love song. One thing I always appreciate about this rose is how those lavender blooms stand out among all the pinks and apricot in the garden. A few blooms were battered by the storm, and there is a little black spot starting to show up after all the rain, but even with a few imperfections, the blooms are still beautiful. And this is a Trivita. Honestly, Trivita seems completely unfazed by the storm. Those long, sturdy canes barely moved. And looking at it now, you can hardly know a thunderstorm passed through just a few hours ago. By the next day, the garden was already starting to look like itself again. The sun was back out, and new growth was pushing everywhere, and more blooms were beginning to open. As much as the storm battered a few flowers, the rain also gave the garden a deep soak that it really needed. Of course, all that moisture came with a downside. I'm seeing more black spot than usual, and several roses are starting to show signs of it, including Love Song, Princess Charlene de Monaco, and Moonlight in Paris. But one thing I've learned about growing roses is that a few spotted leaves don't tell the whole story. What matters most is whether the plant is healthy and continuing to grow. And that's exactly what I'm seeing through the garden. New shoots, new buds, new blooms. Princess Charlene is still reaching higher. Moonlight in Paris is moving into its next flush. And all across the garden, the roses are already focused on what comes next. The storm may have left its mark, but it certainly didn't stop the garden from growing. Looking around the garden now, it's hard to believe a thunderstorm rolled through just a couple of days ago. There are definitely a few battered blooms here and there, but when I step back and look at the garden as a whole, most of the shrubs handled the storm remarkably well. I think part of that comes down to the plants being more established now. Many of the roses are in their second year, and they are noticeably stronger than they were last season. Princess Charlene de Monaco is taller than ever, and Olivia David Austin has put on much more growth. Overall, the shrubs seem better prepared to handle whatever Texas weather decides to throw at them. That's something I don't think I fully appreciated during my first year of growing roses. When you are new to gardening, it's easy to focus on the blooms. A damaged flower feels like a big loss. But over time, I have started paying more attention to the health of the plant itself. The blooms come and go, and storms come and go, but a healthy shrub keeps growing. And that's really what I'm seeing throughout the garden right now. Of course, all that rain brought a new challenge. The black spot is definitely more noticeable than it was before the storm. Love Song is showing it, Princess Charlene de Monaco is showing it, Moonlight in Paris and Fun in the Sun, they're all showing it. So over the next few days, I will be cleaning up some affected leaves and keeping a close eye on things. But I'm not overly concerned. I've dealt with black spot before, and one thing I have learned is that healthy roses can continue growing and blooming even when a few spotted leaves start to appear. What excites me more is everything that's coming next. Everywhere I look, there are new shoots emerging and fresh buds are developing, and roses that finished one flush are already preparing for another one. And Moonlight in Paris is getting ready for its third flush. And Princess Charlene de Monaco keep reaching higher and higher and pushing more buds. And throughout the garden, there are signs that the season is far from over. One thing about gardening in Texas is that it teaches you not to get too attached to perfect conditions. The weather changes quickly, and the garden changes quickly too. And part of the joy is learning to appreciate each stage as it comes. The calm before the storm itself, and the new growth that follows afterwards. For me, that's one of the most rewarding parts of growing roses. No matter what the weather brings, there's always another bloom on the way. And judging by what I'm seeing in the garden today, I think the next flush is going to be a good one.